Hello YouTube and welcome to the comic book channel. Tonight I'm going to be talking about a book that I just read called Shanghai Red from Image Comic Books. So this book is it's going to be a little hard to do a review on this book. Don't know why I chose this one, but this is the one that I just read, so this is why. Either way, this book starts off, there's a crew, or I'm sorry, not a crew, basically some prisoners, some slaves, whatever you want to call them, people on a boat, on a ship, on a small ship, on a boat, I don't know what you call those things, who have been put there against their will, obviously. They've been on the boat for, I believe, 3 years now, and one of their captors is telling them that, you know, they've done their time and they're going to be released now. They just need to decide if they want to be crew members now or if they want to go back home. So while they're making this decision, and the guy comes back to see what they've decided, one of the guys comes out and murders him. From there, it's like carnage nonstop. Every crew member of the boat is brutally murdered, till the captain, you know, offers to split everything with the I don't know what you call those people, the captive, 50-50 and all this stuff, and of course that guy says no go and kills him and throws him into the ocean. Then at that moment we learn that this person, whose name is Jack, I believe, is really a woman and has been posing as a man the entire time, the whole time they've been prisoners on this ship and everything. And she, you know, kind of goes into her backstory of why she's done this. Her and her sister, you know, their dad taught them everything. The dad and the mom wanted sons, and they ended up with 2 daughters, so the daughters were kind of raised as boys pretty much. And from there, you know, the father died, I believe. He either left or died. I don't recall what happened with that detail. But the father was out of the picture, so in order to help provide, you know, for the family and everything, this woman keeps posing as a man and goes and gets work, you know, that will help pay and all that stuff, and from there, at some point, this really isn't told in this issue, is captured, you know, and becomes a slave or prisoner or whatever on this ship. So the purpose of the story is now she wants to go back to Portland, where she's from, and, you know, basically kill the people who did this to her to make sure they can't do it to anyone else, because, you know, she doesn't feel like she can obviously have them arrested or anything. Like, that's not going to work, so she's got to go exact her revenge. Now, if you've heard me talk in previous videos about how I don't like these revenge stories too much and how they're like kind of like a dime a dozen, it's true, they kind of are. This one felt a little bit different, I'll give it that. It was kind of like a fresh take on it, and I feel like it was executed pretty well. They did a really good job. It kept me entertained. I actually read it on my phone, which is something that I can barely ever do, and that completely usually takes me out of it, but I was still engaged the entire time and wanted to keep moving to the next panel to see what was going on. It's not too dialogue heavy, and it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple story, as I was just able to explain the entire thing in like 2 minutes, you know, very detailed. It's a little predictable, but it's still executed well. The artwork is good. It's not anything great, you know, or groundbreaking, and neither is the story or the writing for that matter. But it's good. Like, it fits in nicely with, you know, this crop of Image books that are coming out lately, these number ones, and it was a good story. I'll definitely read a couple more issues. I hope it's not anything that's going too long, you know, like I feel like maybe 6 issues at most would be perfect for this. You know, 4 to 6. I doubt they'll only do 4, but but definitely 6. You know, if it went beyond that, I don't know that unless they found a different direction to take it in, that it would be anything that I could follow any longer or would be that interested in. But for what it was, this first issue was pretty good. Um, and I would give it, you know, out of 10, considering, you know, everything together, the art, the writing, you know, and all of that, and the general concept. I'd give it like a good like 6, a solid 6 out of 10, which is, you know, of course a little bit above average, 1 point above average. So I'd give it that. I don't. It's not anything groundbreaking. It's not anything you haven't seen before, and it is predictable, but it is executed well. So I would say give it a shot. Pick up Shanghai Red #1 if you didn't. Give it a read and see what you think. I definitely think it's worth the $3.99 cover price. So those are my thoughts on Shanghai Red #1 from Image Comics. And sorry I didn't go over the writer or artist or anything. I don't know who these people are, so that's I won't even bother because I'm bad at pronouncing names. But yeah, that was. You know, I was sorry. One detail that I will say, I was excited because I thought we were gonna get some sharks in here, and there were no sharks. So the cover's a little misleading. There's no sharks, but other than that, they did a pretty good job. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if you read Shanghai Red and what you thought of it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and please leave a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.